Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLume 3-Pack Screen Protector Plus 3-Pack Camera Lens Protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Hey guys, welcome back to PC Gaming Pulse. I'm your host today, and we're talking about something that's really important for anyone who spends a lot of time gaming on their PC frame time. You know, when you're playing a game and everything seems smooth and responsive, that's because the game is rendering frames at a consistent pace. But what happens when it starts stuttering or choppiness kicks in? Well, that's where frame time comes into play. Frame time is actually a measurement of how long it takes for a single frame to be rendered on screen. It's not just about how many frames are shown per second, but rather the time interval between each of those frames. Think of it like a heartbeat. If your PC can keep pumping out consistent heartbeats, that's when you know everything is going right. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, wait, isn't FPS just frame rate? Well, no, they're not exactly the same thing. Frame rate tells us how many frames are being shown per second, but it doesn't tell us anything about pacing or performance. Frame time, on the other hand, is what really matters. For example, if I'm playing a game at 60 FPS with an average frame time of 16.6 milliseconds, that's just right. But if my frame times start spiking to 52 milliseconds every now and then, that means there's something wrong. And trust me, stuttering and choppiness are the worst things to deal with while gaming. So what can cause these spikes? Well, it could be a problem with your PC's hardware or software. Maybe your graphics card is struggling to keep up with the game's demands, or maybe your CPU is getting overwhelmed. Whatever the reason, the goal is always the same: to make frame time consistent and smooth. One of the best tools I use for monitoring frame time is FrameTimeX. It's a specialized app that allows me to record and analyze my frame times in great detail. And let me tell you, it's been a game changer for identifying problems and finding solutions. For instance, if I notice spikes in my frame times, especially in certain areas of the game, that tells me where the problem lies. Is it with the texture settings, the shadow quality? Maybe it's something else entirely. Either way, I know exactly what to tweak or adjust to get things running smoothly again. Of course, sometimes it's not just a matter of tweaking settings, it might be a fundamental issue with the game itself. That's where patience and persistence come in. If a developer is aware of the problem and willing to listen, that's when we can really make some progress. So what can you do if you're experiencing frame time problems? Well, first things first, check your settings and see if there are any adjustments you can make. Then, take a closer look at your hardware. Is it meeting the game's recommended specs? And most importantly, don't be afraid to speak up and let the developer know about the issue. That's all for today's episode of PC Gaming Pulse, folks. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next one.